Welcome to Rathalos Watch. Today I am going to be talking about monster sizes in Monster Hunter Wilds. They got leaked out and I have an update in regards to the next trailer, so make sure you stick around for the entire video. It seems that the Chinese once again managed to get deep down into the data mine and figured out the largest gold crown sizes of monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds. This video will also include a mix of new information such as the newly found monster names and a recap of monster classifications and total monster count so far. If you're looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds coverage or just Monster Hunter in general, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on and do not forget to join our Discord community. Link is in a pinned comment. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1, Rathian. Rathian size is 1,704 centimeters, but in Rise, her size was 1,754 centimeters, so she got a tiny bit smaller. Number 2, Rathalos. Rathalos size is also 1,704 centimeters, which was the same as it was in Rise, so he is unchanged. Number 3, Gravius. I'm very curious to see his Monster Hunter Wilds in-game version. I haven't seen this fucking stupid giant rock in like forever. Gravius size is 2,100 centimeters, and in Generations Ultimate, he was 2,098 centimeters, which is virtually no difference. Number 4, Young Kutku. Sadly, Capcom still hasn't shown a proper still render of the Young Kutku, so all we have is this short glimpse of it from the extended cut trailer. Number 5, Gypceros. Capcom was nice enough to leave out just enough data in the beta files so that we can experience the hunt for ourselves. So we get the whole big turkey course, of course, on the week of Thanksgiving, or, you know, whatever, that's when it happened, and we got to fight him, including myself. Sadly, I cannot show you his fight in the video for obvious reasons, but yes, I have fought him and have experienced him. He is now more fun to hunt and a lot less annoying, but truth be told, I never really had much of an issue with him to begin with. He does have a few new moves, his tail is a lot more stretchy now, and his fake death actually twitches when he is laying on the ground. Gypceros is a bit smaller at 964 centimeters versus Generations Ultimate, which is 990 centimeters. Number 6, Congalala. Oddly enough, Capcom did show us an official render of Congalala along with some gameplay from Tokyo Game Show. Congalala is larger now at 1,051 centimeters, and in Generations Ultimate, he was 984 centimeters, so he is a big thick fart boy now. Number 7, Blangonga. I'm going to use the old render of Blangonga here for you since we do not have anything from Capcom. I expect this snow beast to look as good as the Congalala does, but with a beautiful white fur coat instead. Blangonga is also bigger, in Monster Hunter Wilds standing taller at 899 centimeters as opposed to 859 centimeters back in Generations Ultimate. Number 8, Lagiacrus. Ah yes, the most anticipated and the most wanted monster for a return is finally making his debut in Monster Hunter Wilds. I cannot wait to see the King of the Seas in the game itself. It will be absolutely glorious. Sadly, we do not have the size data for Lagiacrus yet, so this is a skip for now. I'm not sure why they couldn't find it, but I guess the data was scrubbed. Number 9, nerscylla. There was a recent leak that suggested that nerscylla will be making her appearance in the Ice Shard Cliffs, which I find very odd considering she usually hangs out in more of the hotter places and forests. This information came from a Chinese leak. Here's the new Alma doodle from Monster Hunter Wilds, and if you look closely, you can see nerscylla in the middle of the drawing itself. Also, nerscylla got quite the size reduction by about 20% to 25%. She is now at a total of 731 centimeters versus Generations Ultimate 998 centimeters, which I find rather odd. It seems that she is getting some sort of a design changes. As of for what reason, I have no clue. Some people are speculating that she might be a pack monster now. Let me know what you think about nerscylla's size changes in the comments below. Number 10, Gore Magala. Gore Magala size essentially has no changes as he is standing tall at 1,765 centimeters versus 1,760 centimeters from Generations Ultimate. I sadly do not remember his size from Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If anyone does, let me know in the comments. Number 11, Seregios. The Falcon is back in Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's his old school render since there's no imagery or anything else. We also do not have any information regarding his size, unfortunately. I guess it also got scrubbed out. Number 12, Doshaguma. Ah yes, the poster child of Monster Hunter Wilds. God, I am so sick of fighting this thing and looking at it. Either way, Doshaguma stands tall at 1,703 centimeters. Number 13, Balahara, the new take on a scent dweller for the universe of Monster Hunter. Balahara is not really a large monster, but rather a long one, kind of similar to how Lagiacrus is, and is at 1,912 centimeters. Number 14, Chatacabra, the introductory monster of Monster Hunter Wilds, is quite the punching bag that we all know and love by now, although I'd say he's far superior to someone like the Great Jaguars. This poor used and abused frog is a measly 498 centimeters. Number 15, Cumatris. Capcom went hard with the chickens this generation and decided to also introduce introduce a brand new one in a form of a brute wyvern who happens to be a rooster with fire powers. Welcome my fellow new KFC member, Cumatris can get as big as 1,244 centimeters. Number 16, Lala Barina. Yes, everyone's favorite seductive looking ballerina, Arachnid. Cannot wait to fight her. She looks fantastic, and god, I hope that her and Nerscylla have a turf war. Lala Barina stands only at 698 centimeters, so she is a bit smaller than Nerscylla, even though she got smaller herself. Number 17, Rampampalo. Okay, this ugly mosquito looking monstrosity has a disturbing visual design if you ask me. This is the modern day version of Kezu and Giganox in terms of weird looks and creepy factor in my opinion. Rampampalo is slightly smaller than Cumatris and is also brute wyvern standing at 1,197 centimeters. Number 18, Rey Dau. One of my most favorite fights from the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Rey Dau is an awesome monster across all the fronts and is an awesome addition to the flying wyvern classification. Rey Dau is quite a large flying wyvern standing tall at 2,057 centimeters. Number 19, Urthuna. I love Urthuna and cannot wait to fight it. This monster looks amazing both from a visual standpoint and the fight itself is looking promising. According to the size, Urthuna is the third largest monster in Monster Hunter Wilds and is a whopping 2,979 centimeters, just 21 centimeters shy of hitting 3,000. Number 20, the Black Flame. Then of course we have the Oil Well Basin Apex, the Black Flame. We barely have any information on this monster, but the datamine is suggesting that it belongs to the new classification known as the cephalopods. This monster is quite big, but not as big as Urthuna, and surprisingly, he is also a bit smaller than Gravius, standing at a total of 2,093 centimeters, which is just shy of 7 centimeters from 2,100, so virtually they are almost equal in size. Number 21, Ajarakan. Now let's talk about Rajang's long-lost fire cousin, Ajarakan. He is a new-fanged beast that resides in the Oil Well Basin. Capcom has decided to go full monkey mode in this generation by bringing back Kongalala and Blangonga, so I would not be too surprised if Rajang returns at some point as well. We gotta have the whole trio now, come on Capcom. Ajarakan is the biggest monkey so far in Monster Hunter Wilds and is sized at 1,164 centimeters. Number 22, Unveiled. We still barely saw anything of Unveiled, and all we know is that there is also a Guardian version of him, which is the one you've seen on the game's cover. The real Unveiled will be fought post-game and is classified as a flying wyvern. Meanwhile, the other one is a Guardian classification. Both of the Unveileds are of the same size at 1,666 centimeters according to the Chinese datamine leak. Number 23, Hirabami. We now know 100% that the Sweet Chex monster from the weapon trailer is a Leviathan and it goes by the name of Hirabami according to all the internal game data and files. It's also not the Ice Apex and it resides in the Ice Shard Cliffs, which is in the next locale that will be revealed in a future trailer. Hirabami is a medium-sized monster at 1,641 centimeters. Number 24, EM062 is the official monster ID for the Ice Apex from the Ice Shard Cliffs who happens to be a Leviathan and is the second biggest monster in the entirety of Monster Hunter Wilds. He or she is at a whopping 4,560 centimeters of size. I really wonder how crazy this thing looks. Cannot wait. Number 25, Shu Wei. This is another new monster that belongs to the Ice Shard Cliffs and is apparently of the same class as the Black Flame. So yes, we are getting a total of 2 cephalopods in Monster Hunter Wilds. Surprisingly, he is not very big and is only sitting at 1,396 centimeters. Number 26, Zoshia. This is the final boss of the base version of Monster Hunter Wilds. It also happens to be the Guardian, and it is the largest of them all. Yes, even bigger than EM062, who happens to be an Ice Leviathan. Zoshia is the king of size at a ginormous 4,623 centimeters, which is 63 centimeters larger than the Ice Leviathan. I am very excited to see what it looks like and what this monster will represent itself for the storyline of Monster Hunter Wilds. Some people are speculating that it is a giant sacred bird. Others think it's some sort of a crazy equal dragon weapon monstrosity due to the fact that it is a Guardian. Speaking of Guardians, the other 5 monsters happen to be Guardian Rathalos, Guardian Doshaguma, Guardian Full Gore Anjaneth, Guardian Boni Odogaron, and Guardian Unveiled. We just now have covered 26 monsters. 14 of those are returning and 12 of those are brand new. And then we have the 5 additional Guardian classification monsters. So that is a total of 31 monsters for the base of Monster Hunter Wilds so far according to the datamine, unless something got scrubbed out. Once again, there seems to be 0 Elder Dragons at launch, and my personal belief is that Capcom is saving those for either title updates or the expansion, but I am going to go out on a limb and say the expansion. The very first title update will be teased ahead of the game's launch, and it will include both Mitsutsuki and Zenogre. At least that is what is to be believed. There is also a very high chance of Gagmazios appearing in one of the future title updates as well, but only time will tell. Anyways, that is it for the most up-to-date info on the monster roster. I will now quickly give you an update on the upcoming Monster Hunter trailer and what we may possibly expect within the next week to 3 weeks. First off, there are rumors rumors floating around across multiple video game media websites that are discussing a possibility of a PlayStation event for December 3rd, 2024. For those who are unaware, the very first PlayStation console was released on December 3rd back in 1994. So this upcoming Tuesday, PlayStation will officially turn 30 years old. From a marketing standpoint, it would be extremely odd for Sony not to acknowledge the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, the bread and butter console of video games, and have some sort of a celebration in a form of a media event or game announcements or some sort of a state of play or something. Not too long ago, Sony also released a strange but very vague and cryptic marketing trailer that made absolutely no sense. There was nothing special going on around the time the ad was released. No game launch or any particular event happened either. However, if we watch the trailer closely, there seems to be a clue of a date that specifically says 12/3/24, which points to the date of PlayStation birthday and a possible event hint, I guess? It's worth noting that Sony usually holds their events on Tuesdays or Thursdays. The last State of Play event happened on September 24th, 2024, which was on a Tuesday, and the one before that happened on May 30th, which was on a Thursday, and the one before that one was on February 6th, 2024, which was a Tuesday and was a 20-minute event that showcased Final Fantasy VII Rebirth before its release in the same month. If there is a Sony event this Tuesday, then it's almost 100% guaranteed that we will get a new Monster Hunter Wilds trailer. And if this event is happening, then it will be announced tomorrow on Monday. If it doesn't get announced on Monday, then the rumors are false and it was a big nothing burger. But before you rush to the comment section and try to act like Mr. Smarty Pants and a know-it-all, I know you are going to tell me that it's too close to the Video Game Awards and that there is no way Capcom would do 2 trailers back to back within such a short gap. Well, that is just factually wrong, because the first gameplay trailer made an appearance on the 30th of May, and then on June 7th, we got a second gameplay trailer at the Summer Game Fest, which was also held by Geoff Keighley, just like how Video Game Awards is. So no, Capcom would not mind doing 2 trailers back to back. Besides, it's already been over a month and we haven't gotten anything new for a while. On top of that, many journalists were invited over to Capcom HQ to check out Monster Hunter Wilds behind closed doors this past week. This was confirmed by multiple outlets on Reddit, so next week is probably when Capcom blows their first big load, and followed up by the second load on December 12th. As far as my source goes from the previous video, I made a small mistake, and that was the fact that I forgot to mention that the information that I was actually given was 6 months old, and my dumbass forgot to mention that. What that means is that that was the last time the so-called source was in contact in regards to the marketing stuff with their project manager, because the project was already finished and quote-unquote set in stone. What a lot of people do not realize is that sometimes things can change for marketing depending on the pre-order numbers and other circumstances during development time, and how the market and general public reacts to the hype and, you know, all the news surrounding said video game. Regardless of all that, I am not saying that the source is true or correct by any means, but it's an important detail that I forgot to mention, so that is partially my fault. Things are still to be taken with a grain of salt anyways. We are about 90 days away from Monster Hunter Wilds, so bear with me, because the hype is only going to get stronger as the weeks and months go by. That's it for this video. Let me know all of your thoughts on the monster sizes and the possibility of a trailer on December 3rd. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting.